Welcome to another exciting episode on our series Keys to Generational Wealth, where we explore practical strategies to help you build wealth through smart investments. I'm Mariola Tunishe, the founder of Properties Everywhere Limited, and I'm very passionate about helping everyday people like you make informed real estate decisions that lead to financial freedom.
Yeah.
Today, we are going to be unpacking one of the fastest growing opportunities in property investments. That's Shortlets in the UK. And to help us unpack this, I'm joined by someone I really admire in the industry, Mr. Kayode Adeagbo. Is the director of TMS Properties in UK with over 30 years experience in the field and in the success of UK markets.
Mhm.
Mr. Kayode, it's such an amazing pleasure to have you here.
Thank
So
you.
let's dive in.
Thank you very much.
All right. So let's start with the big picture, right? I would like you to tell our audience why are shortlets such an attractive investment in the UK right now?
Thank you so very much. The shortlet, as we know, is a kind of business that provide comfort for people.
Okay.
And I tell people that cares to listen to me that one of the desire of human is comfort.
That's right.
Every human wants comfort. And that is why when you look at globally, one of the fastest growing business is hospitality business.
Very correct.
And luckily, these fall within that concept of hospitality business. So it's an alternative to the conventional hotel business that we are used to in the past.
Mhm.
And if you travel around the world, you will realize that even big hotels are now introducing shortlet into their business model simply because it has its own uniqueness. And I'll give an example. As a family of 3 or 4, if you move from your base to another location anywhere in the world, if your 2 children happen to be of different sex, you might have to look for 3 rooms. You book a room, the other child book a room, and the other child a room. But with the shortlet arrangement, the whole family can be in under one apartment, and you can share the accommodations that you have there within that within within the same under the same roof. That enhance family togetherness. It's the bonding exists rather than each person being in different room. So over the years, this has become a model that is well accepted all over the globe. So people are now coming into this apartment business, and we have different names we call it. In the UK, for example, we use the word service accommodation or service apartment. And I know in Nigeria we call it shortlet. But in Nigeria, in the UK, we use service accommodation. That's an accommodation that you provided and you service it by providing all amenities to make the stay of your guests comfortable. So the demand is higher based on the comfort this model of business provide for guests.
All right, thank you so much. That's such a great point. I like the fact that you touched on the fact that hospitality business has come to stay, and even hotels globally are also embracing that because
Yeah,
the demand is high, and
yeah,
it's not only in Nigeria but it cuts across everywhere in the UK as well.
Yeah.
So now thank you so much for that. So for our investors listening, what strategies have you seen work best for maximizing returns on shortlet properties?
The key strategy that because I like to speak from experience. I've been on this journey now for it's about a little over 7 years. And
Okay.
I've used, I have explored the possibility in different area within this business. Because within the shortlet business, we have tourists, people that travel from one city to another. We have
Okay.
contractors. We have professionals. Now, in my own case, I've come to realize that the contractors and the professionals are the most profitable part of this business. If you get to that, if you get to that uh, 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 part of the business such that your regular customers or your regular clients are contractors and professionals, you see the benefit that is in the business. Let me give you an example.
All right.
Professionals, contractors do long-term booking. They are different from families that are on holiday. If families are on holiday, can only probably maximum 2 weeks. But
True.
I've had calls where I have contractors for 6 months. As we speak, four of my properties are currently occupied by contractors. One of the two are for 6 months, another two are for 2 months, with the possibility of extending that period. So it make it lucrative because don't forget we are charging on a nightly rate. So if someone book your apartment consistently for 6 months, you know what that means. So that is the strategy that really helped me. So those that I train, I always tell them, position yourself such that you can target the professionals and the contractors. And when I say professionals, I'm talking about healthcare workers, engineers. We are so lucky in the UK. We are in a system where regular maintenance is priority. So when we have engineers going around maintaining infrastructures for big organizations and they move around. So once they know you, that you provide accommodations for professionals, those companies approach you. We have Network Rail, we have telecommunication, we have Virgin Media Telecommunication, and we have NHL that is in charge of our health. So those are big companies or corporate organizations that we work hand in hand with that give us regular that patronize us on a regular basis.
All right, thank you so much for that. You have just talked on the importance of targeting right so that you can get your bookings, like going through expatriates, trying to
Thank
get
you.
expatriates as against family members that will just take it for short stay, which
Yes,
makes it very valuable and profitable, right?
yes,
If,
yes,
for anybody that understands the market well.
yes.
That's tops. Thank you. And this goes to my next question. How important is technology in managing shortlets successfully in the UK? And what tools or platform would you recommend that you have seen makes the biggest difference?
I'll tell you the truth. This
Please do.
business cannot survive without technology.
That's right.
And anyone that wants to come into this business, as you are doing your planning, technology should be paramount. And the aspect of technology is in different parts. Let me start from the beginning where you will see the importance of technology. Number one, as soon as you finish setting up your shortlet business, you need to know how to list your property.
Okay.
That is what technology will do for you. You need to know which site you need to position your listing. For example, the two common websites that people use, we call them OTA, online travel agency, like Airbnb, like booking.com. Those are the two prominent ones. But alas, there are so many others that with your listing on one of their sites, you are visible in over 15 other sites that are not known. Let me give you one example. There's one called Travel Next. This Travel Next, once you place your listing on Travel Next, you are visible to almost 15 other OTAs, all OTA all over the world.
Wow.
And with my experience with TravelNet, I've got booking from Hong Kong, I've got booking from China. In fact, let me also quickly make something clear here before I go further. I don't want to forget. You see all these OTA that we talk about, Airbnb, booking.com, and some other ones that are known. They have area in the global market where they are very dominant.
Okay.
For example, and you must know if you really want to take advantage of the global market. For example, if you are on TravelNet, you are likely to get more booking from Far Asia. If you're on Airbnb, you are likely to get more booking from Europe if you're on Airbnb. And if you're on booking.com, you are going to get a lot of booking from America or the American side of the world or the Caribbean side of the world. So your visibility, you must take advantage of technology in the area of listing. That's one. Now your property, your short-led business also need a lot of technology input. For example, um, in the UK, we are not allowed to put CCTV in the house where people live because of the privacy and the laws and regulations. But you also need to be smart. There's something we call Ringo. We put it at the door entrance. Some we have camera outside. You are allowed to have camera outside. That give you some kind of assurance as to how many people are coming into your property, how many people are going. So that is necessary. Some other have even gone as far as automating a lot of things here in the UK. For example, on my mobile phone, I can control each central heating of each apartment that are under my business just on my phone. So because some guests can be careless, deliberate or indeliberate. For example, they check out of the house in the morning 6 a.m. and they leave everything on. From my phone, some has gone as far as using technology to put off everything in the house without them moving
Wow.
to the house physically. Yeah, people have done all different kind of things. There are technology that are available in doing that. And then you also need to understand the use of technology in terms of synchronizing your calendar. That is important. I've mentioned about 3 or 4 OTA now, and
Yes.
some with 2 or 3 or more centers also have their own personal website. You must use technology to synchronize your calendar such that you will not fall into issue of
Double
double,
booking. Yeah.
because that can be very vital and that can work against your business. So you need to have technology to synchronize your OTA calendar so that when the booking comes through one platform, the other platform pick it and they know that indeed that calendar is booked or blocked for that particular period. So
The other time.
technology is very important. Some also use technology to do pricing. And there are different apps that have been developed now that
Okay.
can help every practitioner, you can use them. There's something called Price Lab, for example, that can
Price lab. Okay.
Price Lab.
Okay.
There is a NDNA developed by Airbnb, where they help you, technology has helped you to develop a price. So once you put in your postcode, the technology go as far as looking at how many practitioners in that area, what is availability in that area, and they can determine the price you charge per time. So you can see that when you
When
access
demand
this,
is high,
when the demand is high, the price go up.
and
The
then when
technology will do all of that for you, all just on your computer. But you must learn how to operate those technologies. The technology I mean, to wrap up this, technology is very, very important in running a shortlet business.
Wow, that is so, so insightful. Thank you so much for the knowledge, sir.
Thank you.
Indeed, technology is a real game changer. And
Yes,
two things, I'm just going to summarize what you said for those listening. Two things I know that technology will do, aside from increasing investors' profitability, it
yeah,
will also help in terms of security, which are
yes,
two major things that makes a shortlet grow.
yes,
Security in the sense that, of course, not only in the UK, but I
yeah,
feel worldwide,
yes.
nobody should put security cameras in the rooms
Premises.
or
Yeah,
living rooms
yeah,
because of
yeah,
privacy.
yeah,
But there is need for the security outside to
yes,
ensure that when you are giving out a 3 bedroom, 10
yeah.
people are not coming in there to
Thank
spoil
you.
the apartment,
Thank you.
right? Or
Yeah,
8 people. Or,
yeah,
there are some parts of the world, majorly in Nigeria, they say they are coming for booking, but they start having party get together. So
yes,
with your security camera, with the technology,
yeah,
ensuring all that is in place, you
yes,
can do your checks and balances like this is can only accommodate 6 people as against
yes,
10 people,
yes,
right? Which is very good. And
yeah,
then technology, you get investors get more profitability as well as the manager. Because
yes,
mentioning all the websites you have talked about, imagine having listings on all those platforms. It
yeah.
would help increase booking
Patronage. Yeah,
patronage and all of
yeah,
that. So
yeah.
thank you so much. That is
Thank you.
that is so powerful.
Yeah, can I
Now,
just chip in? Can I just chip in something with respect to security and the planning and yeah,
yes, please
security
do.
and why every practitioner must take this as very important. Uh,
Yeah.
Part of the experience I had in the past was when someone booked one of our apartment, 5 people for 4 nights, and on the second night, over 60 people were in the premises. Over 60
Say that
people.
again. 5 people
Someone
and
someone booked our apartment for 4 nights,
okay.
and on the booking, she said 5 guests because it's a four
Okay.
bedroom house. So he said
Okay.
4 guests for 4 nights. No,
Okay.
sorry, 5 guests for 4 nights. And when in this on the second night, I got an information that they are using the venue for a party. So I
Imagine
drove
that.
down. I drove down and I met over 60 people in my premises.
What was the consequence for that?
The booking is cancelled automatically.
Okay.
Now, in this environment where everybody has right or access to the enforcement agency, as soon as I arrived, within 5 minutes of my arrival, 5 or 4 different police vehicles arrived as well, because different people are now complaining because the thing was getting bad within the neighborhood. And
It is
eventually,
annoying.
I showed the police officer the booking. Now, the good thing about here is that that is why every practitioner should be very mindful. When people approach you for a direct booking, make sure you document your conversation, your agreement with them, so
That's
you have
right.
something to lay your hands on. I'm so
Okay.
lucky about this particular case that they came through booking.com. So
Great.
as soon as the police officer came, I showed the police officer the booking details. You only book for 5 and you book for 4 nights. And also, at the beginning of every booking, I make it clear to all my guests that we don't allow parties. It's like a policy document that we have.
You have your T&C documents
Yeah,
to show
and
them.
I will
Good.
encourage everybody coming into this business to have that. You have your policy document, or we call it house rules. People use different word for it. So it's already stated that we don't allow any form of party. And as soon as I showed that to the police officer called the lady, show her the thing. Look, this is the condition of your renter. You have violated it. Therefore, you have to leave. Even though the lady put up an argument that she paid for 4 nights. This is just the second night. The policeman said, as
It's
soon
not
as
valid.
it's no more valid because you broke the rules, and
Good.
everybody move out, including the DJ, because they actually brought a DJ into the
Wow.
massive house,
That is
and
so
they brought a
crazy.
DJ. It was they used every part of the house. The rooms were filled with people. The living room, the garden, everywhere was full of people. So the police were able to stop the party, send them out, lock the door, gave me the key, and I left. So once you need to protect yourself as a practitioner by ensuring that you do your due diligence, have the T&C written, make it clear to all your guests, and be strict to whatever you have put forward there so that people will not take advantage of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this advice. That, and then, if we can go on and on about this, and then,
Yeah.
it just bothers to know that why do people book for 5 persons and then you end up having 60 with a
Yeah.
DJ? I mean, that's
Yeah.
nonsensical. That's
That's
so
yeah.
that's so mean, and they are
Yeah.
not even putting the practitioner,
Into
they
consideration.
don't into consideration. So
No.
that's why it's important, like we earlier said, the essence of technology.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because without technology now, you won't see this.
Yeah.
They will have done it, they would
Yeah.
get away with it, and even the
Yeah.
caution fees would not cover for the damages they would have
Thank
done.
you. Thank you
Because
very
how
much.
can you book for 5 persons and
And
you
over
end up
60.
being over 60 with a
Yeah.
DJ?
Yeah.
That's a fraudulent attitude.
While
So
we're in
there's
the midst of the back and forth, people are still coming in. More people are coming in from the Uber that they ordered to come to the party. Uber were just parking and people are coming down from the vehicle to join the party.
there was a recent booking to at our place, and I was telling someone, the person was saying that it's only in Nigeria this happens. I said, no, it's not only in Nigeria, it's all
Every
over
over
the
the world.
world.
All
It's
over the
all
world.
over the world because you're speaking based on the experience you had in the UK,
Yes.
and I tell people that just goes to show that technology is a real game changer,
Yeah,
and
it's a game changer.
we cannot but ensure that we put things in place to
Yes.
ensure proper management and
Yes.
also profitability from
Yes.
both parties. Thank you so
Yes.
much for that, sir. So
You're welcome.
now, we understand that there's no business without challenges, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which goes to my
Mm-hmm.
next question. What are
Mm-hmm.
some common operational issues shortlet owners in the UK face, and how can they navigate them effectively? I know it's
Okay.
part of the things we have talked about before, the
Yeah.
challenge, but I want you to emphasize more for
Yeah.
the purpose of our listeners. What are the
Let,
challenges and how can
let,
it be?
yeah, let me start from the kind of model that we adopt in the UK. Majority of us in the UK that are into this business use the rent to rent model. And I know maybe in some part of the world as well, people use that rent to rent model. And in the UK, when you rent a property from a landlord with the expectation of paying that landlord on a monthly basis, which is different from other part of the world. That's why I'm using UK to answer this question.
Okay.
In the UK, you pay your landlord monthly, not like, for example, in Nigeria, we pay annually.
Yes.
But here we pay monthly, even though it's the same model of rent to rent.
That's right.
Most, I can say 60 to 70% of those landlords also pay mortgage. So
True.
most of them are not outright owner of those property. they also pay mortgage. Now, so that means as you must pay them, they also must pay back the mortgage on that property.
Property.
So one of the challenges that each practitioner faces, especially those that are still struggling with occupancy, is fund to pay rent.
Okay.
I went back there for you to give meaning to this point of fund to
Challenges.
challenges. Number one, rent payment. If you
Okay.
don't, if you don't have regular patronage, it might be difficult because not only that you need to pay rent, you also need to
Mortgage.
pay all other bills that are monthly. As I
Associated with the rent.
as I speak right in front of me, in the UK market, we have a lot of other bills that may not be common to the rest of the world. Here, this is what we call council
Wow.
tax bill.
Wow.
Every property has council tax. Every property, you can see the same council but different addresses. All these are monthly. These are my due council tax that I need to pay, whether I have client or
Booking or
not.
not.
So as
Wow.
I'm paying rent, I also need to pay council tax. As I'm paying council tax, I need to pay other bills. So
Electricity and
sometimes
all that.
electricity, gas, you need to repay your Wi-Fi renewal, pack broadband renewal, and so many other fees. So that is also part of our challenges. And then the one we discussed previously of when people book and they use your apartment for different reasons other than what they said they are coming to do. Some will come up with different kind of uh,
Excuses.
excuses. Oh, we're
My
having
token is
the
not working.
something like that. So a lot of things. And then some also don't know, they don't, some people want to do this business, but they are not well prepared.
Okay.
So
They
that
just
is
feel,
part
oh,
of,
there's money there. Let me quickly rush into it.
thank
And at
you.
the end of the
They,
day,
they really don't know that one, you need knowledge
very important.
and you need someone to hold your hand to be able to tell you, oh no, I've gone through that. This is the way. Because I tell people, mentoring is critical to shortlet business anywhere in the world. Because, and I
That's
know it applies to other business as well, but with respect to shortlet, if you have a mentor, it makes the job far, far, far easier
easier.
because this person must have gone through what you want to go through, and that person will be in a better position to give you a right way to navigate through that challenge. So that there are a lot of challenges, but I've just point out those few ones I believe,
Once.
yeah, that if one can prepare against, you can ride on this business. I mean, if you have a good mentor that knows what he's doing, that is also keep equipping himself. I've been this, like I said, I've been on this journey now for over 7 years. I still don't stop. I still have people that still mentor me as well. Even though I have people I'm mentoring, I still have people I still that mentor me because I have, for example, one of my mentors has over 45 property that is managing in the UK. Imagine
Wow.
someone with 45 portfolio. He has something I need to learn. So that's the way it works. And then those that are just starting can also learn from us. At least we've been on the journey. So those are the challenges that can easily come to my mind now.
That's such a practical advice. Thank you so much. And then I also want to add this aside from the case of mentoring, that's where a good professional or a good property manager comes into play. When I tell investors that we as shortlets everywhere, we know our onions and we have partnered with the right set of people like TMS UK to navigate, to understand these challenges and ensure they navigate it effectively. So it's
Yeah,
just ideal for anybody watching right now. Like, do you have a property in an ideal location and you're looking
yeah,
for how to make your money work for you? Bring
yeah,
it to us, talk to
yeah,
us. We are
yeah,
shortlets everywhere. We
yeah,
understand the game. We understand how we can help you
yeah,
ensure that you get the profit
yeah,
and you run it effectively. But sometimes people look at it like, okay, I want to start my shortlet business, I have two apartments here. They start running it on their own,
Mm.
forgetting that it's only a professional like Shortlets everywhere that can help you.
Yeah,
How do you go about the fees? How do you
yeah,
go about the booking? How do you
yeah,
go about the daily consumables? How
yeah,
do you ensure all of this and
yeah,
you still make that profit instead
yeah,
of having an apartment, you
yeah,
lock it down when your friends
yeah.
come, they book
You
it for
open it for
5
them.
or 6
Yeah,
days and all of that.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
not profitable. So for
yeah,
everyone watching, if you have an apartment in key locations, Ikeja GRA, Maryland, Ikoyi, VI, Lekki 1, bring it to us, talk to us, let us help you manage it, and then you can multiply your funds and ensure that, okay, this is profitable and you're doing the right thing. Thank you
yeah.
so much. And I'm sure
Let
this
me
will
add,
be like
let
an
me
eye
add a
opener.
little bit. Let me add a
Okay.
little bit to what you just said.
All right.
I guess people back home in Nigeria will be watching this. I'll quickly share two advantage why you should patronize company like property everywhere, shortlet everywhere. Number one, when you commit your property into their hand, because this is what they do. They know where the customers are. You don't know. You are busy doing your own thing. You don't know how to source for customer. You don't know how to get long-term booking. But they have put in so much investment for them to draw all those. So they know, and they are in a better position to even do due diligence on any guests that are coming. Unlike you, that you just own the property. So the best way to give yourself the rest of mind is to hand over this property to Shortlet everywhere or property everywhere and let them manage for you. That's one. Then two, maintenance. Because they do it on a regular basis, they have different properties all over the city. They must have gotten the regular maintenance people that once they call them, they answer them. Rather than waiting for 2, 3 days before someone responds to you as a landlord, they have their own regular team that they always go to and they respond to them as quick as possible. And this business require fast maintenance response. So if you had all this up, you will realize that you are in a better position to actually just hand over the key of your property to property everywhere, shortlet everywhere. Let them manage the property for you. Hands free. You don't have to stress. You don't have to respond to client. You don't have to respond to tenant. You have already uploaded everything to them, and the little they collect, they will give you more value for that, and you have rest of rest of mind. As a matter of fact, what I say to my investor here is that let me carry your body so that you can pay
Exactly.
attention to other things that matter to you. Leave your property in
Exactly.
our care. And the same thing I will encourage you today. Leave your property in the hand of property everywhere and let them manage it for you so that you can concentrate on other things that matters to you.
Thank you so much. I'm sure most investors watching right now would find this as an eye opener that let us take that stress off you so that you
Yeah.
don't need to worry. You can focus on the other things. Thank you.
You can focus on
Yeah,
other
so
things.
now we understand that competition is rising in this space,
Yeah.
Mr. K. What are
Yes.
your top tips for making a shortlet stand out in a crowded place like UK markets and all? What are the three things you would advise to ensure that a shortlet stands out in a crowded market?
Number one, go beyond normal.
Great.
Go beyond normal. Give something extra. Some people ask me, how come? I tried this business. I do it for 1 year. I just pack it up. How come you are still doing this since you said you have been doing it? Is that profitable? Is the business that profitable? I say yes. Because why? I go beyond normal. Beyond every guest, I see 10 more guests.
Great.
So when you come to me first, and I'm be honest with you today, if I show you my contact, people call me contractors specialists.
Wow.
Once a contractor come into my apartment, any of my apartment, whenever they are coming back, they are coming to look for me. Why? Because that first impression, the white people say first impression matters.
It
So
does.
that first impression, you need to wow your guests. That's one. Go beyond normal. Pay attention to the things that other people may take for granted. One of my students recently got an apartment, and he said to me, "Oh, sir, I've gotten my deal. The apartment is ready." I said, "Please send me pictures. Have you done the setup?" He said, "Yeah, we've done everything. Just send me pictures." As soon as he sent me picture, I said, "Excuse me, I hope your listing has not gone live." He said, "No, I just want you to see it." I said, "Please don't let it go live. I'm coming now. Send me your postcode." I drove straight to where the property is. Why? The color combination, the way the bed was set up, all those things were not right. So as soon as I got there, within 1 hour, I changed the whole thing. He said, "That's why you are my boss." I said, "Okay, fine." So in what I'm trying to say is that pay attention to your listing. This business is an image business. Anything you put, don't forget that our guests don't know us. Most of our guests don't know who we are. What they
Exactly.
know, what they
It's the
see.
apartment that would speak for us.
Thank you. So you must pay attention to the things you put there and don't compromise on quality. I'm not saying we should break the bank, but pay attention to, if you want to put a painting on the wall, do something attractive. Pay attention to color combination. Don't put black and red or something contrast. No, if you are going to contrast, do it. Let it blend. Let your each of your room, let it make meaning. Let go around if you need to at the beginning. If you need to invest or contacting interior decor to help you, why not? It's your business. It's something you want to do. And at the same time, I always tell people, have it at the back of your mind that you want to be in this business for a long time. Build for the long time thing. That's why I'm still there over 7 years now. I started in 2018 May. So I'm still here now because I know I want to be here for a long time. So go beyond normal. Give extra. If other people, and please also pay attention to those competitors around you.
Very important.
If people around you are not giving Netflix, you give. If people around you are not doing what's it called? Especially in Nigeria, they are not doing backup. You do backup. Make sure no one comes into your apartment, whether they spend 7 days or 10 days, experience power failure. Make sure that don't happen. Put it part of your planning. And I recently came to Nigeria. I spent 10 nights. I never experienced blackout. Why? The apartment I stay has a backup inverter. Once the electricity go off, the inverter kick in, and you won't know. The only thing you won't enjoy during that blackout is the AC. But
You
every other
see?
thing in the house stay on. And once the light come back, it charges the whole thing. So if you have if and when you invest in this business, you make your money because people will now know you for quality and they will patronize you. And also make sure that you, for example, when I say go extra, 24 hours customer service, be reachable. Guests can come from any part of the world and they are not used to your system. Let me give one practical example and I will stop on this. In the UK, when we want to lock our door, entrance or back garden door, before we turn the key, we will normally lift the handle. If you don't lift the handle, you won't be able to turn the lock. I had guests from America. They check in normal checking because sometimes we don't do physical checking. We give them what's it called, the key code. They take the key and they enter the property. 10 p.m. This woman called me. "Excuse me, I can't lock the back garden." I said, "There's nothing wrong with the door." She said, "No." I said, "The key is there. Turn the key." So I've done it. It's not working. And that apartment to where I live is about 40 minutes drive. You know what? I have to jump on the inside my car And I drove down and I explained to her that, oh, you didn't lift up the hand. We said, no, we don't do that in America. So you must be reachable. Some people will give up apartment and they're not reachable. Your customers should, if you don't want them to disturb you, look for someone that they can get across to in case anything goes wrong. I keep using my Lagos experience. I just came back from Lagos. The property I stay has a guy there in house. You can always call him at any time to attend to you. As far as I'm concerned now, if I'm going back to Lagos, that apartment is my first option. Because
Yeah.
why? I've got everything I need there. Regular power supply, 24 hours customer service. You must be willing to make yourself available to give, because it's an hospitality business. We must make our guests comfortable because that's what we promise them. Thank you.
Brilliant, brilliant. Thank you so much. I like how you highlighted the fact that people should go above and beyond in
Mhm.
ensuring that the competition is rising. People should go above and beyond. And
Yeah,
then they should also focus on designs. You know,
yeah.
sometimes you see some shortlet that is just color combo. And then
Thank
you look at it like,
you. Colorful.
yes, as in like,
Yeah,
who on earth designed this place?
exactly,
Like,
exactly.
even me that I'm a property owner and all of that, I look at it like this place does not even look appealing to me.
At
How much
all.
more customers? So
Yes.
very important we pay attention, we go
Yeah,
above and beyond. We pay
yeah,
attention to designs and
yeah.
then service quality.
Yes.
A lot of times you realize that people promise something and they don't deliver. When you
Yeah,
tell people that you can be reached 24/7,
yeah,
it's very important to have at least access for clients to reach you.
yeah,
It might not even be the property owner. That's where structure comes into place.
yeah.
We should ensure that the guest relationship officer, that's what we call it, there should be
Mhm.
someone on standby
Yeah,
that would attend to clients' needs at all times, which is
yeah,
very important. And then,
yes,
we also talked about electricity.
yeah,
Electricity, in the sense that there are so many options of electricity beyond just the regular power. There's
yeah,
inverter, there's solar energy.
yeah, yeah.
When we promise 24 hours power supply, it's
Mhm.
important to ensure we give it to clients.
Thank you.
Some people will promise 24 hours service. Before you know it, they say they switch off from 2 to 8.
Yes,
And
yes.
I'm thinking that this is
Why?
so not nice.
Yeah,
Why would I book a place
yeah.
and then
And
you
I don't have
switch
power.
off? Exactly. And you tell me that, so what am I paying for? Did I pay half
Exa-
service? I didn't pay
exactly,
half service.
exactly.
Right. So why would you have to do this?
Yes.
And then, that's why you can make mention to the place you stayed in Ogudu, which is like our partner company. The property owner we work together, right?
Okay.
As in
Yeah.
to ensure that everything goes well at all
Yes.
times.
Yes.
24/7 is what we promise that we deliver.
Yes.
And it's very important to also mention this. So we have another aspect called the PE interiors. We
Okay.
always, when client investors give us their property,
Yeah.
we let them know that let us design this place for you to
Yes.
that optimum taste. Taste
Yes.
that as people are entering in there, they are wowed. Like, this
Yes.
is a place
Very important.
away from home.
Yes.
And then, it just makes them feel relaxed and comfortable. You see,
Yeah.
sometimes some people book an apartment. Maybe they
Hmm.
want to spend 2 weeks. They first of
Hmm.
all pay for 3 days
Yes.
because they want to
Yes.
see how comfortable they
Yes.
would.
That happens a lot.
How, yes. So
Once they are happy, they
they
extend their.
just extend it
Yes.
because
Yes.
they realize that sometimes some people it's very easy to display some things online. And when
Yes.
they get there, it will be
It's
a
not
function
real.
of what I ordered versus what I got.
Thank you.
So,
Yes.
for everyone
Yes.
watching, these things
Yes.
are very important to stay
Yes.
in a very competitive, to flourish in a very
Yes.
competitive market. Because
Yes.
let us be honest, competition is everywhere.
It's
But
everywhere.
how well are you able to rise above it and do
Yeah.
something that would make your brand stand out, which is
Yes.
where we come in to
Yeah.
ensure that. And finally, Mr. Kayode, before you go, I would like you to tell our audience, are there any legal or regulatory considerations investors should keep in mind when entering into the shortlet markets or even
Okay.
professionals?
Okay. Before I go there, let me quickly chip in one thing that came to my mind.
All right, please do.
which has to do with how you can be competitive and how you can still be relevant
In
in
the business.
even though we know that there are a lot of competition out there. And that is
Okay.
another dimension that a lot of people don't consider, which is collaboration.
That's right. That's the new currency.
Now, don't forget you are doing Shortlet, but some people don't know that there are other businesses that are related. In the UK, when you are coming to my Shortlet from anywhere, the first thing I ask is, you are arriving UK at this time. Which airport are you arriving? Can I arrange for someone to pick you up?
Concierge service.
I am not the one doing it. They are paying for the service, but I'm helping them. So I already have partnership arrangement with someone to pick them up. Life becomes
Okay.
easier for them. And when they think about this little thing, they will always want to come. Before you come to my apartment, I already have an idea of how many food businesses around my particular apartment. I present those options to you. You want to eat European food? Try this. You want to eat African food? Try this. Or you want me to
So that there's
order for
fault
you?
for choice.
Different kind of collaboration that are. So look out, think outside the box. Don't just limit yourself to a Shortlet alone. Think about the relevant other businesses that you can collaborate with and give them as, you can even use them as a bonus. A friend just told me that, do you know what? Can we do something? I said, what? Let's get 10 cinema tickets and give to our guests.
Wow.
So these are the things we can do, and it depends on where you are. You can look for any kind of way to collaborate with other businesses. And then finally, to the question you asked about regulations.
Yes, please.
In the UK, if you are doing business, you must be ready to pay tax. So once I tell any of my students, once your unit go between 1 and 2, I will say go and register your business. Once you register your business, at the end of the year, do your profit and loss account. Know what belongs to you, know what belongs to government. And the word I always use is a biblical principle, a biblical passage. Give to Caesar
What
what
belongs to
belongs to Caesar.
Caesar?
When you make profit, the good thing about here is that with the help of an accountant, they can help you such that you will not overpay, and that will now make you pay the right amount to government. And whatever is your profit, you can enjoy it in peace, and you don't have any fear that, they are coming after me. That's one. Two, critical point, especially in the UK, every center must have an insurance. We call it service apartment insurance. That insurance protects all your contents. Whatever you put in the apartment is protected. So if anything happens, shortly just before I leave, I've had guests, the day they were meant to check out, the day they stay with me for a long time. The day they were meant to check out, they reversed into the wall and they broke the wall of my apartment.
Wow.
And they were coming,
Thank God
they
for
were,
insurance.
thank you, and they were traveling to Czech Republic. I could not hold them down. So all I did was get their details, and once they leave, I start my claim process, and I got good money. In fact, not only that I got good money, I also got loss of business, because as at the period where I'm putting that back into use, I cannot use my apartment. So there are two claims I made: claim to the damage and the loss of business. So it's good
Mhm.
to know what is available and not to be too greedy. Do what is right, and you are the one that will enjoy the benefit therein. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much for such an important insight. Compliance cannot be ignored if you
No.
want to build a sustainable business.
Yeah.
You've talked about insurance,
Yeah.
tax, and all of
Yeah.
that. When
Yeah.
sometimes people look at it like, why am I paying insurance? Nothing will
Thank
happen.
you.
But you should give room for that thing that is inevitable. Something might
It,
happen because we don't know
yes.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. Look at the
Mhm.
example you made about people traveling, and then look at what happened.
Yeah.
Imagine if you had hesitated to pay insurance. It's going to
Yes.
be a big loss for you.
The
But the
big loss.
little jobs that people are paying now to
Yeah.
enjoy later, they look at
Yes.
it like a big deal. But
Yes.
it's not a
Yes.
big deal. And which
Yeah.
goes to what you said, that compliance is very key. Do the
Very.
right thing. Ensure your
Yeah.
papers, everything are spot on. If you
Yeah.
want to build a sustainable business. Thank you
Yes.
so much, Mr.
You're
Kayode.
welcome.
This has
You're
been
welcome.
very this has been such an incredible and valuable session. And then
Thank
I
you.
know that for people watching, they would not only watch, like I tell people, they would act.
Yeah.
Act in the sense that investors, if you have any properties you like to put up for Shortlets, talk to us. Let us help you. And for those that are just coming up, if you
Mm.
want to get training on how to run a proper Shortlet business,
Hmm.
Shortlet everywhere in collaboration with TMS UK, we can help you. We run
Yes.
mentorship program on how
Yes.
to help you
Yeah.
manage or acquire your Shortlet successfully
Yes.
without stress free. Of
Stress.
course, it
Yes.
comes with a cost. It's not
Exactly.
free,
Yeah.
but the cost is something that you would be glad you have partnered with us in terms of helping you run your business
Yeah.
successfully.
Yeah.
And also for clients, for investors watching, you can be rest assured that partnering with the right company like Shortlets Everywhere, you would see a lot of profitability in your business.
Hmm.
So if you are considering investing in the UK market or Nigerian market, talk to us
Hmm.
at Shortlets Everywhere. We can help you put this in place and ensure that you maximize your profit and everything goes well. We would guide you with
Hmm.
the right strategies to grow
Hmm.
and protect your investments effortlessly. I
Yeah.
am Ariola Atunishe, and this is Keys to Generational Wealth. Until next episode, see you and bye
Bye.
bye.